and I understood. So I'm a little bit bigger than girls who did line with me on the World Championship. And then we decided to move to try myself in women's physique. Russian, it's a uh, classic women's bodybuilding. Women's classic bodybuilding. It was the name.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So when did you come over to America? When you moved to here?
how long?
Yeah.
Since 2015. It's 8 years. In end of July, we live here 8 years. Yes, and
Mm-hmm. And then it was you, your husband, and you have two boys?
yes, my beautiful, my all my life. It's my family. It's number one for me. Yes, two boys. Younger son, he's 12, and older, he's in September will be 19. So the adult boys already, but for me, they're still babies. My babies. I miss them.
Well, I can understand because like my mother, she had there was like a family. We was like the seven of us with my mother, and even though I'm a grown man, my mother still called me her boy. And I used to tell my mama, "Ain't I a man, mama?" I said, "Nah, you're my boy." And I said, but she knew she liked to play you like that. I could like my mother. She's been gone for a good while, but I know how to. We boys, we love our mothers because you're the special woman in our life. You're the first woman a man will ever love, other than a wife or something like that. But we can never. Once you lose your mother, you can never get her back. So you made your debut, and it was a pro in 2020. Folks, I got a video here that I found while I'm always on social media and always doing stuff, try to keep up. And I'll put up the video real quick, folks, and if you want to check it out. Also, you want to follow Oksana, her social media stuff in the description, so check her out. So let me put up the video in a bit.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Ooh, excuse me. And I see. There we go. And folks, we have this. She, like I said, her English is pretty good because it's tough to transition from one country to another and try to learn the language. So we're gonna put it here.
Mm-hmm.
Oksana Piari.
Oksana Piari, is that right?
Oksana.
Oksana
Oksana
Piari.
Piari. Yes.
Okay. So Oksana, how'd you do first of all?
I think I did very well because my first pro show.
This is your first pro show?
Yes, it's my debut.
There it is. This is your
I did
debut.
it.
That's
Yes,
awesome. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you so much. I was very, very excited, and
Yes.
I think I did well. It's the best form.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what the place,
Yes.
my place, but I did well.
Yourself, you felt you did well.
I feel
That's awesome.
perfect.
That's awesome.
It's my very good experience.
Do you have a coach or did you train yourself?
I have two coaches.
Oh.
My main coach, he lives in Russia.
Okay.
And my second coach, he's my husband. He lives with me, of course.
Very good.
We live in Key West.
Yes.
With my family. So
Yes.
he trains me a long time. Like we have experience 16 years, but we started not women's physique. I started like figure in
Okay.
Russian team, and now I'm pro in women's physique.
So you started out as figure,
Yeah.
and then you built up into women's physique.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Thank
So how did you feel about when you hopped up on stage? So this is your debut. So that's a big one. How'd you feel about that here?
you. Like star.
Yeah, star. Okay.
Yes, I felt.
Tell them I felt like a
star.
star. That's great. You should. I mean, you look great.
Thank you so
You look
much.
fantastic.
Thank
so
you again.
I haven't seen pictures of you before, but when you got on stage, I was shooting the stage earlier, and you look fantastic.
Thank you
I
so
love the
much.
look, and you look very confident up there, and you pose really nicely. So
Thank you.
it was nice to see you, and it was great to hear that this is your debut.
Yes.
You got
it's
lots of
my
energy. I can see it. It's fun. We like seeing that, right? So,
Yeah.
where are you going to go from here?
Where?
What are you going to do? What's your next competition? What are you thinking?
Next, I
Yeah.
think I will go to Tampa, and next Puerto Rico. I don't want to stop. I will go to each competition,
Yep.
each is how it's
As long as you're
possible.
maintaining that nice physique, you're going to just keep going.
So I was ready in April 11,
Oh, okay.
but it's canceled to
Yes.
St. Louis
Yes.
Pro, and
Yes.
still kept my body for. I was very excited and waited for my first competition. Now it's like day X.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, earlier we were having a conversation, and she wasn't sure about her English. I happen to think you have great English. You're
Thank you
speaking
so
very
much.
well, sometimes better than
trying.
me. But you know what? Thank you very much. I don't want to take any more of your time. I know you're probably going to go and have a little bit of a cheap meal. I don't know. Where you gonna go someplace? You got something in mind?
I don't know.
Burger?
Yes, because I don't know because now too late,
Gotta check
and
in.
maybe a lot of restaurant closed now,
True,
and
true.
I'm not sure. But I think I need to eat something.
I think you
something
do
wrong.
too. I think you do too. Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to seeing you in Tampa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers.
That was a great interview, and especially your English was pretty good. I mean,
Yes, when I came to United States, my English was zero point 0.1. It's just it's real. I was very, very unconfident in my English because I just school level, like, hello, my name is Oksana, and that's it. London is the capital of Great Britain. It's everything what I knew from school. That's it. But my husband, he studied in English school all his life, and his English was perfect, and he helped me a lot with English. Plus, here in Key West, I found a school. I went to the college to learn English, then the special courses, and then 3 years I worked with. She speaks Russian, but she's an English teacher, and she explained for me some rules. But then after became professional, I need to be a lot. I need to work a lot, plus work out a lot, plus take care of my family. So zero time, and I will say thank you very much for your help, teacher, but I cannot be here anymore because I'm very, very busy with my future preparing for competition. But I have some notice. Sometimes I read it, remember, but mostly practice I have with my clients at the gym. They explain for me. For them it's hum. It's like fun. They very appreciate, and they help me with English, correct my words. So just practice.
mhm.
Not special.
Well, there's people live in America whose English is not that good. They're born and raised here, and I can say because, like, say for being from the South, because right here in the South, we speak kind of things differently. Because I know you've been living for a good while. Like, we talk to somebody from the South, they say, like, they always say fire, like, like that. They say fall, because you be saying fall, no fire. You always say beer, they say bar. It's just, sometimes it's always an issue when you go to other places, like you say, is he speaking English? And you say, no, it's crazy. And you live in Florida, and Florida is like, it's a mecca for bodybuilding. I know quite a few bodybuilders that live that way. Ladies who become cool with, ladies I've done interviews with. I know you worked with one of your fellow countrywomen, that's Valentina Mishna, and she lives in Florida. So how long y'all two know each other?
Oh yes, I know Valentina a few years, and we met only in competition here in United States. So then we became friendly. She came to visit us in Key West. She was with us few days. We showed her Key West. She lived with us. She's very friendly, and we never shared stage with her. I want to be with her in competition because she's super nice person, very intelligent, very knowledge a lot. She's very smart woman, and everything she has is her sport, and she knows a lot. Like, for example, I have not only sport, right? I have my big family, my work, so I do a lot of things. She is very focused for her sport, for her um, um,
Her
job.
work ethic.
Like a worker, she's a professional trainer, a personal trainer, online trainer. So she works all the time about sport, bodybuilding. She was preparing people for stage, for life, like a fitness style. And I'm very excited when she will start preparing for competition. So we will be together maybe one day on the stage. So she's very great competitor.
Mm-hmm.
She's great. She's very special. I like her like a sister because she's very, very close to my husband. They are like brother and sister together. They even date of birth they very close, and they thinks together the same things. So I like her a lot.
Yeah, it's good to have somebody who's from your country. You have the same common language. You can, someone who has the same passion for you. Who likes the sport of bodybuilding. And I think Valentine last time she competed was I think 2020 at the Olympia, and that's been like 3 years. I followed on. Used to follow a lot on social media, and I know she. I think she was. I remember she used to be on IG and talk about. She was staying with friends. I think it was talk about you and your husband at the time. And she has a great physique, a great look to her. I think she has potential. We hope to see her come back. I don't know. Maybe she might switch divisions because the way the physique division is going, it's really things are changed different. Oh, we got here my man KL. He got me a warning for me. He says, hey son, does her son does judo, George, so watch out. Okay, I'll be careful. I think it'd be hard for me to lift some men like my size. Also, he says, I love how toned up her arms are. She got her arms are nice and toned. She's getting conditioned, KL, getting ready for her upcoming show. And also, he said, yeah, I see the video. Her English is not bad. I would suggest watch more English programs. That's all. But English is a complicated language. Everything is. Well, I would say that a lot of people do is like, ever since the pandemic hit 3 years ago, a lot of people did was like they did online school. Like you can do online schooling that works. I know your boys, how good is their English? Because I know they go to school here in the States. So, there's also, just a few days out of me, just like they can do little flashcards and say, Mom, read this, Mom, read that. Your kids can help you because, they want to see you succeed. So, folks, we're going to jump into her IG for a bit and check out some of the stuff she has. She has some great pictures, and she has a great physique. This is from here. I like this one here with the flowers. And that was your birthday? When was your birthday?
Yes, July 9, I had my birthday. It's the same date with my mom. I'm very proud. So we have the same day, mom and my day. It's same day. July 9, my birthday. I turned 41.
41. Wow. Happy belated birthday. I would say that's hey. And also we we have this is your handsome husband, Olive. What his name? Say his name again.
His name Artem Piari. Artem.
Autumn, and he competes in men's classic.
Classic physique.
Classic physique, and it's nice. You get the couple that bodybuilds together stays together. And when did he last competed?
His last competition was in Universe in New Jersey. It was July 1st. Now he got a little bit rest, few days, and then started to prepare for Pittsburgh North American Championship. It will be the same date with my competition in Romania.
Ooh.
So I have 26 August. He has August 30. So we have the same date. We have 6 weeks before competition. Most important. He's great. Like I told you, he's professional dancer. When he was young, he took a part in Russian national team of dancing, and his posing, his routine is the best which I ever saw. I think it's like model of routine.
Well, I would say he's a handsome gentleman, and I know he loves you, support you, and and here you are with that's the legendary Rich Kaspari. I remember Rich back in the day when I started. I would have been a fan of bodybuilding for literally 40 years. I remember Rich used to compete with guys like Lee Haney and Lee Labrada. I mean, the legends of bodybuilding back in the day. And he has his own company, Kaspari Nutrition. And how long have you known Rich?
I know Rich long time, even from magazine from Russian. When I was in Russian team and worked like a personal trainer, I read a lot of magazines with Rich Gaspar. So I knew about him a little bit earlier than I met. Met personality. I met him on maybe 4 years ago, first time, and then he visited us to Key West because we We joined to his team, Gaspari team, and we work with like elite athletes. We worked with him for 3 years already. And one day he came to Key West. He likes it with his team. We had great time. We did workout together, photo shoot together. So, and now each competition when we meet together, like in university last time, universe. So I'm very respectful to him and his nutrition. I it's one of the best which I use almost more than 3 years. Nutrition like protein, vitamins, everything. So I'm very happy with these nutrition supplements. It's very good for my health, and I'm very happy that I'm 41. I didn't stop, and my health it's better and better. Never problem. That's most important because I check my health every time. I think in professional sport, to talk about health, it's not professional sport and health, it's a different ways. But we try to get our health all the time in perfect position because it's most important. No health, no sport. So it's why we very look very details how much good supplements we used. It's why our choice was Gaspari, and we tried, and still happy and every day. I don't stop. I don't stop to use it every and my off season. I use special numbers, special kinds of supplements in preparing for competition. The special season I use another, but and I'm so happy even now before I started to do interview and had my second meal which is isolate. I prefer X Proven X uh, protein powder. It's no carbs, no fat. It's so good for stomach, for brain because it's so sweet, and I feel happy after each my protein shake with Gaspari nutrition. I'm very happy. It helps me to uh, to to be in good shape with no um, to be hungry. Of course, it's normal. Stay hungry. It's like a lozenge for bodybuilding, but your brain felt some sweet, some tasty, delicious. It helps a lot to get next 3 hours before your next meal. So I'm happy. I'm comfortable with that.
That's good. That that's one thing about people need to understand about bodybuilding is that it's about diet, being consistent. There's a lot of work to go to bodybuilding. It's not as simple. Like people, like the regular, ordinary people, their mindset thing like I got to pop certain pills and just lift weights, and that's it to build muscle. But there's a lot more to it than just that. You have to be able to follow a diet. Your coach has to be on a plan. You have to work out. You have to. One point is about sleep. Also, there's so much that goes evolved into being a bodybuilder that a lot of people don't understand, especially for your women, especially like being that you're a mother, you're a woman.
Hmm.
I think when people, one thing about people, they kind of don't like the idea of women, especially you're from Russia, where I know this ladies who were from other countries such as the Czech Republic. They say like back then during the early years of the communism and during the Soviet Union, how they didn't like the idea of bodybuilding because it's so evasive. It wasn't. It saw it as something strange. But then when I know one lady told me like what got her into bodybuilding was guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, when those movies were coming into the Soviet Union, and people saw that. And, you have pretty ladies who are like yourself from that part of the world who got into bodybuilding, who ladies I follow. I didn't mean to stump you there.
So
Yeah,
last, just short question, please.
I,
Last.
well, it was more like just me just talking instead of just a short. But like I said, if if you could, change something about bodybuilding, what would you like to change?
Uh, like my problem all my life, it's not not lucky with my proportion, my genetic proportion, but I'm hard worker. It's why I do my bodybuilding more than 17 years, and I do progress. I think proportion is good, but also I think judge has to look how much you worked to get this shape. Of course, change proportions, it's long process. But you have to see how much you worked to get this shape. Um, like definition, gain muscles, and the best if you can control athlete from year to year to see a progress. It's very important, I think, to see how much worked that person. If you were born with good genetic, with waist, a tiny waist, yes, you more likely, and you have short period to be in top than like mine version with no good proportion. And I'm very hope like very soon judge will see how much work people to get this shape, like from year to year to control it. Plus I want to see more feminine style of the woman on the stage. Yes, last period, of course, it's much better. Now more beautiful girls on the stage, but sometimes I can see not so pretty girls, unfortunately, not even not professional, um, amateur girls. They want to show their body and forget about how they look. So I think uh, they need to show maximum female, maximum beautiful, and face and hairstyling and all your motion, how you bring yourself on the stage, your motion, like be female. It's my it's my number one, I think, which we have to see on the stage to be beautiful and body and all appear how you look.
Yeah, that's. I think this is the big debate in bodybuilding about, especially for you women, to maintain femininity, but yet at the same time to have that great athletic look. And you talk about genetics, like you talk about someone like Natalia Coelho, who has that great tapering waist. She has the broad shoulders. I remember when Physique started, I was a big fan of the division. I call it like the light version of women's bodybuilding. But it's really a division where it's for those women who don't have those aesthetics for women's bodybuilding, who are maybe too small, can't come in as with the muscle bellies or as grainy. It fits them, but even that is I talked about this how even that division where it's starting to get too much figure now it's getting too much close to women's bodybuilding.
Yes, absolutely. Too
Yeah.
much close. I see last competition, and sometimes I can understand it's a figure of woman's physique to see if she has high heel shoes, it's physique. It's a figure. If no shoes, like physique. Sometimes I see like wow. So yes, last time uh, level of competitors very high in figure and physique, and now some girls from physique, even from last year, I shared stage with few girls which they have bodybuilding in this year. Can you imagine? They moved like 3 or 4 girls from last year physique, they moved in bodybuilding division from 1 year. They progress very quick. So it's maybe not bodybuilding. It's stopped to talk about huge muscles. They're more female now, like with beautiful form. And why a lot of my physique, they're a little bit bigger now. They moved to bodybuilding
Mhm.
to processing.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think I saw a lady who just competed at a show. She was a physique competitor, uh, Desanka Dawson.
Yes,
She went to bodybuilding. I
yes,
think Chicago next week. Melissa Tyke is going to make her debut in bodybuilding. I think it's probably because that they're developing a lot more because they like I follow Melissa Tyke. She does a lot more powerlifting, a lot more heavy lifting. And with that, if you have those, if you're more broader and thicker, and you put on that size, bodybuilding probably is a better move for you. Because sometimes if you struggle in physique, you're not placing well, you might have to go to bodybuilding. We got here, my homeboy here has come through here. My man Lawrence Perkins says, "Good afternoon, Oksana, George, and everyone on the chat." Also, this is my man KS says, it's the song that's out. It's in Russian. I trying to know the words. He says also this. He says, um, I don't speak proper English either. So yeah, and yeah, it's just like you know, I think I've been a Bobby fan for a long time, and I've been following it since the '80s, and then we had Corey Everson, and you had and then the '90s like Linda Murray, and then Iris Kyle, and now you have people like I know a lot of ladies who are physique competitors say the biggest favorite woman back in the day was Dan Lee Bailey, and some would say Julie McCarr was also a favorite. And I think somebody like some ladies said they love Shanique Grant because Shanique's going to be competing in wellness. I don't know
Yes,
it's going to be next year, but then I think a lot of people didn't like the way of they picked that last Olympia where she competed. They picked Shanique. They picked Sarah over Shanique. What was your thoughts when what do you think? Even though she's a champion of your division, what's your
yeah.
thoughts on Sarah Vilgas?
So you'd ask me about Shanik, how I think if she will stay with Physique, she will be champion all the time. Nobody's better than Shanik, for my opinion. So she's like alien. She's from not this planet. She's very special. I never saw the most lucky proportion and hard worker like she. I think she can. I don't know about wellness, how long she will need, because even she will need to get to be in top in wellness for her, because even last competition I saw NPC Universe, I saw wellness who got professional card. It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. So good shape, so good form. I couldn't believe it's amateur, because they looked very, very nice. And I don't know, because Shanik, she has not so much big pelvis, big legs, like they now we can see in wellness. And I don't know how she can make progress for next year. I hope if she decided, she knows what she needs to do. I hope everything good, and I wish the best to her. I like her, and I think she's number one in women's physique
Hmm.
still.
But what you think of Sarah?
Sarah is very good, but uh, it's
I
twice,
it,
my opinion, twice.
yeah,
To her.
yeah. I think with Sarah was I think they was trying to go with a certain look with Sarah, and and then they went with something with Natalia. I know some people who I follow said that Natalia may not get it because she's getting a lot bigger in the last couple of years. There's some people talking that they like Brooke Walker because she has. Hmm?
I like her.
Yeah, because you met her when you were at Omaha because she was doing a lot of commentary and stuff for the Tonys. I did interview a young lady who's a friend of her, was one of the clients of hers, Hannah. She told me she's a great lady and great coach. And you're coached by Shelby Starnes, and also your husband also your coach. What's it like being under Shelby? Because I think he's one of probably the top guys for women's bodybuilding.
I'm very trust to coach. I very trust him, and I'm very respectful, and I still thinking he's the best. And what people die from bodybuilding, it's not his mistake. I know. It's the special period after COVID, problem with the blood, with injection and everything. So it's the special theme, which I don't want to talk, but I think he's still the best, and I'm very respectful and very trust him. He's number one, and he knows a lot what needs to do. Of course, we like everybody can't be magic and to say you need right now to work better. We need few years to understand the body, because we are different. We need to try once him, another, and then find the best. But his experience, long time, and I think it's my choice, and I think we can do together more, because with him I got not about, I don't talk about place, because it's not, sometimes depends from my shape, my place. It's lucky or not lucky, what it depends from judge what they decided to judge in the special, in, exactly for this competition. And but what we did with him, with Shelby, so I think it's one of the best It's the best shape which I got in Omaha. I think it's if we repeat and do it better, that will be perfect. Very soon, I will get top 3. I think I could do it like in Omaha, but some problem was not with me. Problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know one of the ladies at Omaha you competed with, Amy McCow. She just got her Olympic qualification at the for the at Atlanta, and she's from my home state of North Carolina. I live in North Carolina. She lives like other side of North Carolina. I've been in contact with her, and it's like I said. The thing is, the judges have a lot of control. They tell you women to don't come up too styrated, come in a little bit more, not as much density, bring in a little more femininity, but then you do another show, then they change and say we're going with the bigger girl. It's just it's not, the judge is not consistent.
Absolutely, this is a problem. All women's physique, no special position, consistent, like you told me. It's why I'm very excited if they next year they decided from New Year. I hope they decided to make a special formula to show how much weight. So our mm, we a woman's physique now will have a special weight, which depends from your height, how much it's the like classic physique. They have formula, and for women's physique they do the same formula. Now it will be more um, shape condition is almost the same. It all depends from your height. So, and I hope it will be better than you small, you lean, or you big, or so all depends from judge. One competition I brought my good circle muscles, but judge decided to judge separation, very very lean girls. Next competition I brought my lean shape, but they decided to judge more circle with good proportion girls. So never know what it's like if like uh, like a chance, I don't know. So
Yeah,
it's never know what expect from next competition.
yeah.
And I
It's like
hope
there's an old movie